situation we're in currently is where the extremes dominate the process and the core in the middle is rotting. Why is it that the extremes dominate? It's because that's where the power is, that's where the rock star adulation is, that's where the money is. And so that's the extremes, they're controlling everything and they're happy to keep it that way. And so meanwhile, the small fringes, they control the larger core in the middle. So solutions evade us, point number 2, because that is at odds with democracy. Democracy requires conversations and compromises in the middle where the bulk of Americans are. But that's difficult territory. I mean, it's tough to do business in there. You're called a sellout. You're called, you have to make compromises. You can't be pure. You can't just preach on the corner to the people who love you. You actually need to engage in the fray, and we don't have a lot of that going on. And so the fact that the current system is dominated by the fringes, that disenfranchises the bulk of Americans. Or at least we can say that discourages the bulk of Americans, and surely, to be more specific, it disgusts the bulk of Americans. So the system has to be changed. Point number 3. People of goodwill and good intent enter the system, and then they're quickly eaten by the system. The intermediaries, they have too much power for the average person to get anything done, or to survive, or to want to stay in the system. So imagine for a second if all the people here at this conference were to take over power in government. I mean, that's kind of a fun thing to imagine. Let's contemplate that for one brief second.
Need more women.
Yeah, really.
Need more women. Okay,
come on up.
But it's okay, now let that mirage go, because that's what it is a mirage. Within 2 years, we would be doing the same thing that the people in power are currently doing. We need to not just continue to plug in different people, we need to change the system. And so that was the intent of Politicopia. I started out with a blog, and that's too professorial. I'm at the front of the class saying, today we're going to talk about this. You can comment on it, but this is today's topic. So Politicopia right now is an issues-based wiki, social text wiki, where I'll put up a few topics, but anyone can put up topics and anyone can change what's on there, and let's have a debate about things. And so we really had some robust debates there and on my blog, and the important thing to know is that it pushed the needle. It changed the outcome. On one issue, we can argue that it pushed it a little to the right. On another issue, we can argue that it pushed it a little to the left. But I would say that it did help moderate the discussion. Okay, so the future. Where do I want to go with Politicopia, and where do I think the dialogue should go? As someone who's in the process, I just see that the conversation out on the fringes, it doesn't help me a bit when I need to determine, okay, in this piece of legislation, should we have 3 factors to be considered or 4? Should this word be and or? So the conversation on the fringes, where it's pure, where it's fun, that's great. It's not particularly helpful. So what I would like Politicopia to become, and Britt Blaser with Urquhart, I think that this has helped energize him. We're trying to put in some networking function, but I talked with someone else who's wanting to do a similar thing today. Where we want to go is to have the same kind of format where anyone can raise issues, anyone can discuss issues, but then where the people can talk back and forth. If we have anyone from Massachusetts, I love what your governor's doing, where the people can list the issues that they think are important. Well, what if those people could talk back and forth while they did that? So that's where we want to go. Let me leave you with 2 challenges. First, devote yourselves to engaging the smart mob in the middle. Remember, it's fun, it's very cool to hang out on the fringes, but how do we get that bulk in the middle participating? Secondly, stop by our booth here at Politicopia. You're the smart mob, you're a lot smarter than we are, so give us your ideas of what we can do to help engage that smart mob. Thank you.
If that's the way it is, and that's the way it is.